We just paid our workers for their second week on the job, and of course there's more miscommunication and who was getting paid what. Well, at least no miscommunication on our side, but they're claiming that they're being underpaid. Well, one guy is claiming he's being underpaid, so I'm sure this is going to be an ongoing thing. We agreed to a price last Saturday, and we're going to start paying that price this Saturday, and we got there and they're saying no. One of the guys was supposed to be making 500 pesos a day like the other guy. So I mean, ultimately we agreed we'll start paying him his 500 pesos next week. I figured there was going to be some jealousy because the one guy hired the other guy, so the guy he hired was going to make more money than him, but he's better than him. And ultimately that's what happened. The guy Gabo was not happy that Reyes, who he hired, was making 500 pesos and Gabo's only getting 400. So we'll see how long this lasts. But next week they'll both make 500 pesos. Gabo had his list of complaints out. He's been buying snacks for the crew, he claims, but you know, I don't really think that our responsibilities are keeping snacks on hand for the crew, but I guess was one of his arguments for why he deserves more money. And what else? The new kid, we kind of got to stay on him. You know, our complaints were that they're not working a full workday. They're leaving for hour and a half, 2-hour lunches, and we think that they need to be working a little bit more, and maybe we can meet in the middle and compromise on some of these things. So we'll see how the next week goes, but this week's done, thank goodness. It's about 11:30 a.m. on Wednesday, and usually there would be somebody working here and probably somebody working right over there, Reyes and Gabo, and outside or around would be Gabo's son, at least from the last 2 weeks of work. But we had a little bit of a issue this morning, and hopefully tomorrow things will be better. But Saturday after we left, we were kind of frustrated how we're a bit ambushed with the pay thing. We had agreed on a price, then there was a whole thing, they wanted more money. And the more I thought of it over the weekend, there was a couple things actually. Saturday, we showed up around noon, and Gabo's son, who should be working, was driving off to go get beer, which I don't really think, I mean, a work day is like 9 to 2 on a Saturday. I don't know if, you know, a beer run constitutes doing work. So I started looking at the cameras, and I mean, of actually being here, they're here about 6.5 or 7 hours a day. I think a work day is around 8 hours, so it just seemed a little bit of a stretch to work 6.5 or 7 hours, taking these 90-minute, 2-hour lunches, and leaving at 5:30 in the afternoon, coming in at 9. So, anyways, the other thing was with Gabo is, you probably can't tell, but up at the top of this thing, it starts to angle in. So the wall needs to be repaired. This one wall that he's done over the last couple of weeks, it needs to be repaired. And this morning I mentioned it to him, and he was like, okay, I'll get it repaired. And then he's having Reyes, who's the more skilled person, repair his mistakes. And I had kind of decided, you're not as good as Reyes. I can't pay you the same as Reyes. So anyway, so we had that conversation this morning, and Gabo was like, okay, well, that's fine. You know, if I need to make the same as Reyes, so if you're not going to pay me that, then just give me for these last couple of days, give me my money, and I'll walk away. I was like, okay, that's fine. And obviously your son, I feel like they come as a team. I want them to come as a team because I didn't really like the job his son was doing. I mean, good job with the beer runs, everything else not so great. So anyway, so it wasn't that too contentious or it wasn't really contentious at all. So I went to the bank, got him money, came back. I paid him the rate that he wanted. He wanted some money for water, and I paid him off on that as well. And that I think while I was gone, my buddy was here, and he said Reyes was quitting as well. So when I got back, I told Reyes, I was like, oh, you do really good work. So, you know, I understand if you need to quit as well, but I don't have a problem with the job that you're doing. You're doing fine. And if you have other people, I'll give you the same rate, or I'll give the same rate for someone else if you can find them and they are as good as you. And I'll give the same rate that for the going rate for an assistant, which is like 300 pesos. So anyway, so everything got smoothed over there. We talked about what we needed to do next, and he basically said, I can't work by myself though, but tomorrow I'll have 2 more guys here, and we'll start fresh. So I think it ended up pretty good. Everybody's, I guess, happy how the things ended. So we'll see. Come tomorrow, people show up and work hard. So that's where things are right now. All right, thanks. Bye.